Hey everyone, welcome back. I don't have enough it's recording.
The green light's on.
Yeah.
They go 3, 2, 1.
Yeah, the green light means.
Yeah, 14 seconds.
Okay.
Alright.
Hey everyone, welcome back. I just want to remind you guys, a slight reminder that this is our last meeting out of our 12-week program. And I just want you guys to know if you are still stressed out and you feel that you need to continue with groups, there's other groups you can join after this one. Yes?
How do we go about doing joining up groups? We go through you or go through the same process?
Just the same way that you did joining my group.
Okay.
As you guys have learned throughout our 12-week programs, like the many coping skills we have gone over and the different things that you can do during your daily lifestyle that will help you with your anxiety. Now, have any of you incorporated a different type of coping skill throughout the last week since we met last?
I started going back to the gym. I haven't done that in a while, but I just feel like I haven't had enough time. But I know we talked about exercising, and I don't really do that. So I started going back to the gym.
Do you feel better? Like, does it make you feel like
I'm tired.
Yeah.
But it's a good start, like we had said, like
Yeah.
exercise.
It's only a half-hour class, so it's just like to get out of the house for a little bit. And just
Get
get away from the eating, just be alone
Yeah.
for a little bit, even if it's a half hour. Like it's nice to have the time to myself.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, so.
Yeah.
And the exercise, just make it. You feel good after. You have like a lot of adrenaline. Like I just feel good.
That's
So.
good. Anyone else?
Yeah, I feel like me and my wife both discussed after we came last week, we came up with the idea that after school every day we were going to take them to the park or to a walk or go through the woods on a hike and just kind of get some of that extra energy out.
Yeah, and it'll definitely show your kids too that it's not okay to act out in public and how, like, I know that they're still young, but they'll slowly learn that, like, okay, like, we're going to go out and have fun with mommy and daddy only if we're good.
Mm-hmm.
So that's good that you, even if you're not in public, you're still out and about and not in your home. You're still slowly learning and teaching your kids that you're not alone with the family situation. Like there's other kids out there, there's other families that don't want to go in public because they're afraid that their kids are going to embarrass them. So that's good.
I also feel like you have like something to take away. If like we're not going to go to the park this week if you guys don't behave at dinner. Like if it's something they enjoy, like if they love going roller skating.
Yeah.
Guys, like, we're not going to go roller skating and we go in the car and we keep yelling at each other. You know what I mean?
Have some more towards and then if we don't
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah.
Or you could do like a star chart with them, like a sticker chart.
If they get 10 stickers a week, like
They
we'll
can
go out to dinner, but you have to be respectful at dinner.
Or like, like we could go ice skating your favorite. Or like whatever you guys do, you know?
That's great. Now I'm glad you all brought your balloons, but maybe just so you can stay more focused in the group, just like put them underneath you. We'll get to them towards the end. Does anyone else want to talk about anything that they've incorporated?
So last week or a couple weeks ago, we talked about like eliminating like alcohol and coffee and stuff. I kind of eliminated alcohol from my nightly thing. So like me and my husband, when we would go out, we'd have like a glass of wine, and I realized that when I had a few drinks, I would get even more upset. And kind of my mood would like worsen.
Yeah.
So I kind of just stopped, and I only drink like water or soda. Like I really don't. And my husband as well. Like he eliminated alcohol too.
That's why he did that with you to support me.
Yeah.
Did you notice the difference?
I did. We actually, we wanted to try it out, and I wanted to I actually came up with it. I was like, I really want to go to this restaurant and see if I can do it. And it was a busy restaurant, and it was like on peak hours, like it was busy. So I was like, I just want to see if I can do this. And we went to the restaurant, we sat at the table, and we were fine.
That's awesome.
Wow, we're so proud of you. That's great.
That's
so
awesome
great.
that you still keep going out with your husband and working towards it instead of like having it push you back when you have a bad experience. One thing that I did want to say to you guys, through your coping skills, like think of things like that happened to you in a neutral or positive way instead of a negative way. Like Taylor could have thought that her going out with her husband, a bad experience, she could be like, I'm never going out again because it's just gonna feel like this all the time, but she didn't. She's been pushing forward to get over the social anxiety. Another example could be how like you could assume that your kids are gonna act out, and maybe they just woke up from a nap and they're really happy, and you shouldn't get anxious over like the what ifs, and you should go for it and try to experience things that like you were too anxious to experience before. We don't all have a lot of control over the events that could happen around us, but we do have control over how we interpret those events. So if you interpret them in a positive way, then the outcome will most likely be positive. I do have a little activity that I want us to do. Now, if we want, we could go around in like a circle and talk about like a plan that you might have for like the upcoming week without being in a group. So usually the following week we would talk about what we have done throughout the week, but this time we can talk about what we hope to achieve within the next week or two that we might not be able to talk amongst ourselves next week since our group is ending. So, did you want to start?
Absolutely, yeah. I think it would be time, going through these 12 weeks that me and my wife think about going out and just doing something fun on a busy night on a Friday, taking the kids and just going out and doing it. And just not thinking of, oh, well, this one's going to cry, this one's going to freak out, and these people are, going to move across the restaurant or be mad and so I think we're just going to, plan on going out, having a fun evening and just trying to keep it all positive and just go for it. And then in the event things, don't go right or we'll just adapt and overcome and just understand that we're they're kids and they, sometimes, they're not gonna, kids would be kids and that's okay. And I just need to not get, panicked.
Yeah, don't get frustrated
Just,
over what you can't control.
Yeah.
Can I say something? Have you ever thought about taking them to like Chuck E. Cheese or like a place where they
Like
can
kids friendly.
be
Yeah,
loud
and I think and that would be we
Like more
do things
kid-friendly
like that
restaurants,
and stuff like that. More kid friendly restaurants would be good, but it would be nice to be able to go get like
Yeah.
a good dinner.
I know you
without-
can't always
yeah,
do that, but
yeah.
to like even it out for them so
Absolutely.
that they can
Switch it up.
and then have them also know like the difference between in this area you can act
Yeah.
like this, but in this type of environment you have to be
Yes.
more.
I mean, yeah, absolutely. It's just trying to get them to not act like Chuck E.
Yeah.
Cheese.
So maybe that won't be a good idea.
We're working on it.
That's good. No matter how small or how simple, like your plan might be for the week, like it could be, for example, Taylor, like you guys could go to breakfast one morning, or even. That didn't make any sense. Oh, yeah, sorry, I'll refresh. It could be like the smallest or simplest thing that you plan to do for the week. It doesn't have to be big, like how you said that you've been going to the park and stuff. Like that's small and not in open space. They can be as crazy little kids as they want. Chuck E. Cheese or at the park, but slowly, like you'll be able to incorporate going out to a nice fancy dinner for maybe one of your birthdays. So that's great that you're doing that. Does anyone else want to share a plan?
I'm planning on like prioritizing my week better, like with school, like I'm not like I try to do like everything all at once, and like things aren't due for like alright, so one thing's due this week, so like let me dedicate this week to getting this paper done.
Yeah.
Next week is for the next
Like
week.
schedule,
Yeah, like kind of making a list of what everything's due, but kind of like ranking them which has more priority than others based on when they're due and based how long they are.
That's a good idea.
So I'm not like a crazy maniac trying to do everything all at once and then be like, there's not 700 hours in a day.
Mhm.
There's only 24.
That's a good step towards not procrastinating,
Yeah.
which will definitely reduce your anxiety.
But I'm gonna try and like not just focus my whole week on school, but like do fun things with my friends. Like I know my one friend wants to go mini golfing, like others want to go to the movies. Like trying to be like, okay, like, alright, so we have schoolwork done, give me 2 hours, and then we'll go do something fun.
That's a good idea. Anyone else want to share?
I guess a goal I have, like for the next week, not being in a group and stuff, is to not forget to talk about how I feel. Because I feel like I just save everything until we come to this group, and then I talk about everything. But I have to remember, like, even if I write it down, or even if I just like talk to like anyone, my mom, anyone to talk to, just a vent session.
Yeah,
kind of,
definitely. And we all need that. Everyone, it doesn't have to be anxiety. It can be any type of emotion that you're feeling. Like, don't hold it in because you could snap one day and just like everything could come falling out. So
Yeah, like another goal I have for this week is like keeping things like in perspective, because like I don't know, the chances that every single time I get in my car, I'm gonna get into a terrible accident. My car is gonna flip over 5 times, and it's not gonna happen every time I get in the car. And of the hundreds of thousands of times I've been on the road, it's happened once, and it was years ago. So that I need to just realize, like, if you pay attention, if you don't use your phone, if you hold your hands on the wheel and do the speed limit, the chances of you getting in an accident are low. So I need to realize that not every single time I get in the car, it's okay. And I'm so safe after that. I'm so careful, so I just have to realize and keep it rational that not every single time I get in a car, I'm gonna get in an accident. So that's like for the week.
Nikki, even for you, like when you said you wanted to vent, like the thing you could do instead, like if you don't want people to know what you're saying, like say you want to vent about people, take your house phone or something and call your cell phone and don't pick it up and vent to your voicemail. And then you can delete it. You vent all you want until your voicemail kicks you out or whatever.
Your voicemail box is full.
Your message is too long now. Please vent.
No, I'm not done venting.
Alright, well, I'm gonna call you right back.
Hold on 1 second.
And then, like, once you're done, you can go back and listen to them all and be like,
Oh,
I
I'm crazy.
feel better.
Right now?
Well, no, not you're crazy, but like, I feel a little better. And then you delete that.
it
you
wasn't
even
such
have
a
to
big
listen
deal
to it.
after all.
You
Yeah,
know,
we did.
And then you just leave and you're like,
Or
right,
then you
it's
won't
gone.
No one can ever hear it.
Yeah.
It's a good idea.
But like everyone takes things differently. So like you could listen back on these voicemails and realize like, wow, like that was not a big
Like
deal.
a week later, like I was freaking out.
What was so big that made me
Exactly.
need to do this?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good idea too. I
Thank
feel like
you.
I would get really bad anxiety down with that, listening to it and being like, oh my god.
I'd be like,
Thank you
oh,
for your
advice.
advice.
You're welcome. I'd be like, oh my god, what if someone gets my phone?
Thank you so much for your
You're
advice.
welcome.
That was very good advice. Now another thing, do you guys feel like now since this is the end of our meeting, like our groups, is there any unfinished business that you wish you had realized throughout the last 12 weeks that you realized a little late?
I think I personally think I'm okay.
That's good.
I think I might want to do like a shorter group, like over the next month, like maybe like a 4-week group or 6-week group, I just don't feel like I'm 100%.
100% anxious free.
Yeah, but I definitely feel better. But I think I want to do another group just for myself, maybe a shorter one. I'm gonna try and do a few weeks by myself first.
And then that's a good idea. I might have to. We'll see how I am after I give myself like a 2-week or more than that break.
Yeah. See
Might
how I
have to go
react
back.
to everything.
I might have to go back into one, but hopefully.
Now, Taylor, I saw your hand was raised. Do you want to say something?
Yeah, I didn't talk, thinking about going to another group, but I was looking at maybe like a marriage group for me and my husband,
Okay.
so we can actually be good in our marriage, because,
Because I know you guys didn't talk about everything.
no,
You need to be more open.
Yeah,
with him.
he doesn't know a lot of stuff from my past, and I would like to actually tell him and not feel like he's judging me for it, so I feel like maybe a marriage group would be
Maybe
good
do
for us.
like a
Maybe.
one-on-one session, not so much a group.
Like
He said he doesn't know much
I wouldn't
about
say, like,
past.
marriage therapy, some of
Yeah.
you guys need therapy, but like a place where you guys can go
Marriage
and
counseling.
yeah. you can go and you can tell him, right, like this, what you're doing when I'm like really anxious and nervous and like pushing me into certain situations is not helping. So maybe like once you finally like tell him like, right, not going like this, like I hate about you, and this is what you do wrong, but like, right, so these few things, like, it's not helping me and it's not helping either of us.
I feel like he'd be willing to do that. And you said that when you guys go out to dinner, he's not drinking alcohol either, so he understands.
Yeah, he's supportive. I feel.
He gets it. He just doesn't understand that. Like, he'll say like little comments and he thinks it's funny, and he actually makes me very upset by them.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he
so
just
you
doesn't know
had-
how to approach the
How to deal with it.
situation.
Yeah.
So that would be a good idea.
Yeah, that would be a good idea. Like, you need to be able to communicate in order for you to slowly move on from what's upsetting you. Now I know a lot of you have said that after this anxiety group, you still have anxiety and you don't think that you are ready to go off on your own. But like, what I do want you guys to know is stress is a natural part of our lives, emotionally, like mentally and physically. In small amounts, it can be harmless. It could actually help people perform better. Like, you guys with your schoolwork, and you could be like, oh, I got a paper tomorrow. Like, I need to write it today. And the stress could make you do it all and make it really good, or it can make you crazy. But it can also help different people experience it in different ways. The causes of stress are individualized, and everyone experiences it differently, and you shouldn't pay attention to other people and how they're coping, because the way that you cope is completely different. Now, going into you guys wanting to join another group, I think that's great. I think that you should keep talking to people and talking to groups and even personal therapists over your anxiety if you feel that you need to. But now with the balloons, if you guys feel like you have not completely gotten rid of your anxiety, but at least a little bit been able to experience what you're going through on a better point of view of yourself, then you don't have to pop your balloon, but just throw it away. You can.
It's a bad idea.
Yeah, pop it.
No more anxiety.
I wish.
I think that, I'm sorry.
You have something to say?
I mean, I've found ways to help with my anxiety. I know that it's not fully going to be gone. It's going to come back, but after leaving this group, like being here for so long, I realized that I have different ways. I found different ways to deal with it, and in that time, to make it better. And like accepted the fact that it's not going to be gone. Like it can happen at any time, and I'm more comfortable knowing that I know how to deal with it now.
Exactly, that's good. So if you feel like
I will pop.
you have better coping skills and better ways to manage your anxiety, then go ahead. If not, don't be embarrassed. Keep your balloon.
Maybe a memory. Not pop.
I'm ready to pop mine, but I can't pop mine.
I think we're gonna
There you go.
Taylor,
Go, go, go.
I'll pop mine.
Oh
Oh
God.
God, I'm gonna hurt myself.
Who's next?
Yeah, I wish.
Alright,
Are you
that's
okay?
I'm good. I took mine and I threw it. I threw it behind me, and just so it's there, and I was like,
Gone.
it's gone.
That's good. But
Put
I
it
do
in
want
the
you
bag.
guys to realize too, it's okay if you aren't able to cope with your anxiety, and it's okay that outside of this group you are still stressed out. It's going to happen. Just make sure you talk to like friends, family, like anyone. Join another group that it will be okay. But it seems that we're running out of time. So if there's any last things that you guys want to say throughout this group process
Thank you for being so helpful. Thank you everyone for being so supportive.
If
Yeah,
there's
we're
any
gonna miss
advice
you
that
guys.
you
All
guys
you
want
guys.
I'm gonna miss everyone.
Yeah.
It's been like such like normal.
Yeah, we got
Yeah.
so close. We got so
It's just
close.
kind of like a
It's kind of like built into your schedule.
Yeah.
like-
Yeah.
Sorry.
Is there any advice that any of you want to say, like not just towards me, but like as a group as a whole, like things that people can work on, or things that they really enjoyed throughout this group besides being able to communicate and get a sense of coping?
I think just the friendships that were formed.
Yeah.
And it definitely helped knowing that I wasn't the only one freaking out over
Which
We
is
get
the
it.
idea with the string, like none of us are alone. We all, at some point, are indirectly or directly matched with someone else through what kind of anxiety and stress we go through and how it can trigger other things.
like everyone has it.
Everyone has it.
They just aren't open about it.
Exactly. Or it's just not as bad as they're better at calming themselves down than other people may be.
Yeah, I think talking about it with each other is like the best thing.
Yeah.
Alright,
Hooray.
well, that's the end of this group. I'm so glad that we had the last 12 weeks to be able to share and express our feelings based off of the things that go on daily in our lives.
Good luck, everyone.
Bye.
Thank
It
you.
was so nice meeting all of you. I didn't pop any balloons.
You're the
I'm not a liar. I popped nothing.
Okay.